I have a problem, a big bore problem.
I need to learn how to ride this bike.
It's a 500cc two-stroke, and more specifically, this is our very special Yamaha YZ500. We call it the YZilla. But if I'm being honest, this bike scares me a little, and I don't truly know how to ride it properly. For the past 15 years, I've considered myself a little bike rider, a 125 warrior. That's where I'm comfortable, that's where I have fun. But almost accidentally, I seem to have built myself a big bore collection over the past few years, which obviously includes the YZilla 500, but also the fuel-injected 500, which we are calling Kong, and the monstrous Megalodon 700cc two-stroke.
So I think it's about time that I got to grips with these big bore machines, and I've set myself a challenge to race the YZilla at some point this year. But before that, I need some practice.
So we are at the track today, and I'm going back to basics. I'll be trying to master the big bore fundamentals, which are 3 simple two-stroke concepts that I've learned from some of the world's best 500cc racers. But at the end of the day, if there's any point in me even trying to race this beast, I need to feel fast and I need to feel comfortable. So, in this video, in order to really test out my speed and comfort levels on the 500, I'll be doing a hot lap challenge. My beloved little 125, a bike that I truly feel at home on, head to head versus the YZilla, a bike that scares the crap out of me. If I go faster on the 500, we go racing. So let's get right to it and set the bar on the YZ125.
So like I said, I've been a 125 guy for the last 10 or 15 years. I've got a YZ125 at home that I absolutely adore. But in today's video, we're going to see if I can actually go quicker on the YZilla compared to a 125. And we're using not any old 125, this is the Minizilla, the hardcore racing, race-tuned YZ125. And we think it's one of the best 125s in the world. So I'm going to hit the track on this now and see how I go.
We truly think this is going to be a very interesting test. Is there truly no replacement for displacement? I know that I'm going to feel more comfortable on board the little 125, that's just what I'm used to. So we're going to see if pure performance can trump rider confidence. It's comfort versus power here today. But don't be fooled, this is no ordinary YZ125. This is the Minizilla, which has had the full hardcore racing treatment from Roland Shaw. It's got a full HGS exhaust system, a VHM head with a long rod conversion, a super polished gearbox, and Roland has worked his magic porting the cylinder. This is a potent, fast 125cc machine. I've left some video links in the description down below where you can watch the full build of this 125 and see exactly what we've done. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you will have seen Walbini race this very bike a couple of weeks ago against a full field of 450s. So we know this bike can compete with the big bikes, but what am I going to be faster on? Is it truly possible for anyone, no matter your skill level or experience, to jump onto a 500cc big bore two-stroke and instantly go quicker around the track? Well, that's what we're trying to find out today. This lap on the 125 is coming to a close now. Let's see what time I can log here on the Minizilla. 2 corners left to go. That's a 159.7 on the YZ125. I'm now going to get geared up to hit the track on board the YZilla, but before I do that, I just want to highlight a couple of cool products from our awesome sponsors, 24MX. We've got the 24MX all-in-one gear bag here, complete with the changing mat, which is very handy when you're getting changed at the track. And of course, you see it all the time in our videos, we've got the 20 rapid fuel jug to fill your bike up fast with no spillages. There's links to both of these products in the description down below, and remember to use our code MAX15 for a nice 15% discount. As always, a big thank you to 24MX for supporting what we do.
So most of the time these days, I'm on the other side of the camera where Phil is right now, filming other people ride our bikes and ride on the track, which is fun of course, but frustrating at times, especially when we're working with the YZilla here. I know how good this bike is, I know how fun it is, from the stuff we've done with Sean, the races, and here at the practice track as well. It's an absolute revelation, this bike. The power of a 500 two-stroke, but a rideability and usability of a modern 250. It's absolutely awesome and it's so fun. So with that in mind, I have decided that I'm going to race it this year because I think it'll be a good time at the track. But like I said, I'm pretty much a big bore virgin. I haven't done too many laps on these big bikes over the years. I've been on a YZ125 since I graduated from mini bikes back in the day. So it's going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to reteach myself how to ride, break some bad habits, break the 125 habits that I've grown accustomed to. So there's 3 principles or 3 aspects of riding that I'm going to focus on here today to try and improve my lap time on this beast. These are things that I've learned from talking to big bore legends and friends over the years, people like Dave Thorpe, 3-time 500cc world champion, and our good friend Neville Bradshaw, who's done some awesome things on CR500s in his time. They've taught me some things that I'm going to try and focus on and take to the track today. The first of those is respect the bike. Respect this thing. There's a lot of ponies lurking beneath this. And it could quite easily get away from you if you don't focus. So respect the beast. This is one of the things that Dave Thorpe taught me. He told me that he used to get in trouble from his dad back in the day for being too aggressive on his CR500s. You don't need to be, because if you are too aggressive and they bite back hard. So rule number 1 for me today, respect the power of the YZilla. Number 2, don't work the gearbox so much. Like that, see? I don't need to be changing gears like that. Like I said, I'm used to riding 125s. So when I'm riding the 125, I like to work the gearbox. I like to make it sing. I like to feel like I'm going really, really fast, even though I'm not. I like to make a lot of noise. Do not need to do that on a 500cc 2-stroke. Ride in a higher gear, don't change down the box too much into the turns. Use the torque, use the power, use the grunt of this BRC motor to get around the track. And it will be a lot less tiring. And that leads me to concept number 3, point number 3. And that is to use that momentum. Roll on, roll off the power. Don't be too aggressive. Don't be too jerky, don't be too aggressive. Roll on the power in the corners and just flow with it. That's how they used to do it back in the day. That's how they got the best out of these bikes. Firstly, because your arms will thank you. You don't want to rip your arms off by being way too aggressive on the throttle. Also, I think the lap times will see a noticeable difference by just trying to carry momentum as much as possible. It might not feel or sound like you're going as fast as you feel on the 125s, but these things are so fast, so grunty, so torquey that you can really use that low down power to get around the track very, very fast. So they're the 3 things I'm going to focus on today. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I've got the power in my arms to hold on to this thing. Let's see if I've got the endurance to last the moto out there, because we're going to go racing on the YZilla. Wish me luck.
So I spent the day focusing on the fundamentals. I slowly but surely got to grips with the bike and started to build my confidence more and more. As you can see, this thing is an absolute wheelie machine, so that was one thing I truly had to be careful with, but it was something that I could have a lot of fun with as well. But as the day wore on, my smile got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I started to feel good on the YZilla.
sessions already and I'm getting there. I started off quite, not uncomfortable, but I felt alien on the bike. Oh, bollocks. And don't stall it. That is concept number 4, because it's a pain in the ass to start again. Right, so I've just finished another session on the YZilla here, starting to get the grip to things before I do my lap times. And I've just been messing about with this new camera here that I've got in my hand. This is the new X3 camera from Insta360. We've been using Insta360 cameras for a while now. We love them. They give us angles that we just can't get any other way, on the track, off the track, wherever we're filming. But this is the newest camera from Insta360. It's the X3. It comes with a bigger sensor, so that means a better image. It's also got a big old LCD screen here, right here, that I'm looking at right now. So you can watch your footage back easily. You can operate the camera very easily as well. Also, one of the other cool features is there's a button here on the camera, right there. And that switches it from the 360 camera looking all around to a 4K action camera, just using this one lens on the front. So it turns it into more of a traditional action cam for that crispy footage. If you're not needing to get the 360 angle, that's a really cool option that we like. So we've just been playing around with it here on board the YZilla. We've got an affiliate code down below, so if you like the look of this camera, check that out. If you do check that out, it helps out the channel. Thanks to Insta360 for sending this camera. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's crack on with the action. So like I mentioned at the start of the video, this bike is an absolute revelation. It is so fun to ride, using that power of the 500cc BRC motor in the usability, rideability of the Yamaha 250 chassis is just sublime. The cornering is unreal. Stuart Holland has sorted out the suspension for us, so that's dialed in now. It's just so fun to ride. It took me a bit of time to get into the swing of things. I felt a bit alien on it at first. Obviously jumping up from a YZ125 to something this big is a big step up, and you really do have to change the way you ride. But once I got into the flow of things and really focus on the points that we've mentioned, especially point 3, using the flow and the rhythm to get around the track, it felt so fun. And I actually didn't expend that much energy riding like that. Not being too aggressive on the throttle, on the clutch, just rolling with it really helps save energy. It's been absolutely awesome today. I've had so much fun with this bike. I'm so glad we've got this in the garage. It is a weapon and it is so fun. So let me know if you want to see me race this thing later on this summer.
So it's time for the moment of truth. It's time for the YZilla YZ500 hot lap. .159.7 is the time to beat then. Track conditions exactly the same for both laps. We did these back to back at the end of the day to make things as fair and even as possible. And I personally felt like I put exactly the same amount of effort levels on both of the bikes. So let's see what the difference is going to be out there. Can pure power and performance trump rider confidence and comfort? That's what this test is all about. I hope that you guys are just as interested as I am to find out the results here. This truly is fascinating for me, because at the end of the day, if I'm quicker on the YZ500, we're going racing. Go then, I've just got a couple of corners left to go of the lap. What is the YZilla 500 truly made of? Is power everything? Is there truly no replacement for displacement? Let's find out. Final turn now, and across the line. So what's the result? is the YZ500 the king of the track today? Yes, it is a 156.2. 3 seconds faster than the Minizilla today around the track. And that obviously means that I've now got to race this bike. What on earth have I got myself in for?
As always, my name's Max. This is 999 Laser. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll see you at the track.